Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all doing well. Let me see. Let me get my mic adjusted. There we go. We should be good. Now just going to take a drink and we'll get underway with a little bit of cleanup in Bowser's Fury. If I recall, we've got something like 15 or so cat stars, somewhere in that neighborhood, to gather up, all of which are marked on our map, so shouldn't take us too long. And then it's on to a very exciting special project that I've been waiting to share with you guys for like a week. I'm going in blind. It's a new-ish indie game with a really cool concept that, based on recent experiences here on the channel, I think we're all going to love. So, yes, that is the plan for today. Can't wait to dive into that second one with you. But first, a drink. And now cleanup time. If we recall, last time around, hold on, real quick, how many of these do we have? Hey Val, how are you doing? Hope you're well. 14. We've got 14 left, 4 of them associated with the Toad Brigade, 3 on Lucky Isle. Probably a bunch of these are Plessy medals. But first, we need to warp back. Val, I couldn't make it to Community Day because I was in meetings until quite recently. And, there's a special project I really, really want to get out. I hope you guys are having fun, though. And glad to see you. We can teleport now, thanks to Bowser Jr., after beating the game. And so what we're gonna do is head on back to First Step Island, since Bowser's about to wake up, so we can hopefully get him to hit those Fury blocks. Oh! Hi, Luigi. Oh, Val, I know. I just also have had something of a stressful week, and this kind of helps me out. We're gonna take a hit here, but that's fine. We get a cat star, and we can get another from Luigi. Which will give us all 5 on this island, right? Toadette's going to hand us another one once we gather all of the Toad Brigade members, but I don't think they're gonna be they're going to be tied to this island specifically. Alright, thanks, Val. I hope you guys have a good one. And that I can make it to the next one. So, what we've got here is a third skybox for Bowser's Fury state. Did you notice that? Originally, when we roused him, he would be set against this black, stormy backdrop, then that ominous red sky for the finale, and now, when he's active, the skybox changes to this beautiful little, dusk color palette. I think that's pretty interesting. Something a bit more peaceful for the post-game. Okay, this is the most athletic and also the fastest, easily, I've seen, Shadow Luigi. Which makes sense, it's the last time we have to deal with him. Oh, did he try to attack us with a curb stomp there? I think that's the first time we've ever seen him try to harm us. Glad they included Luigi in this spin-off in some capacity. And there we go. There's our last star for this island. Perfect. Meaning we've now completed every major island. Right? I think that's all of them? Yes, indeed. Now, where to next? Well, I see a couple of them over here, near, the Slipskate Slope. One of which I think we tried to find last time, but couldn't, right? Right here-ish. Oh, geez, Mario. Easy, easy, easy. Oh, here we go. It's, Oligold. Well, that wasn't too bad. Thanks, buddy. Nice free star. Very good. And I guess somehow that's going to reunite him with the others, even though we did nothing at all. Lovely. There's one more near the tail end, or no, near the Gigabell. That's the the mother cat searching for the other 2 kittens, I want to say, that we still have not laid eyes on. They've got to either be on other islands or hidden very cleverly around this little batch, this little chain of islands. Let's just go ahead and grab a power-up for ease of locomotion. And for that, that's always fun. I mean, the kitten collection would make sense of these platforms, right? That otherwise serve no purpose because we could just swim over them, but if we have to carry something across these platforms, I would understand why they're there. Claw Swipe Coliseum, finally read it properly for once. There's one of the little so-and-sos. Okay, let's go ahead and get our own cat suit and take it back. These kitten collection missions will probably be the most intensive we have to complete of what's left. No, damn it, we dissolved our cat. Oh, shoot. Yeah, well, it'll respawn. There we go. We can grab it once again. Just 11 more to go, can you believe it? This is a good add-on, as I said before, but it's not particularly lengthy. It's got plenty of density of objectives and interesting, unique things to do and see, however. Suppose we have to use these blocks as something of a step. Okay. And here's one more. Now there's just one more cat to collect, and I would imagine it's going to be near the invisible tower. Given that that's where the platforms lead. And again, all of this Rammerhead business would be extremely pointless if we didn't have to carry something through here without our full suite of locomotive abilities. Which, of course, is exactly the situation we shall find ourselves in, right? I'll take an extra power-up. Never gonna say no to one of those. Okay, where could the cat be? Oh, real quick, Junior, what's that over there? Not a gold pipe, I wouldn't think, but what do we have? Oh, another super leaf that we missed because it hit the water, but alright. Glad to know it's here. The cat's not just floating up in midair, I don't think. Is it? Thought I might have heard one just then. Either a cat or, one of the gulls. Oh god, here we go. Looks like we'll have to hold off on this for the time being. Real quick, grab the super bell. And where's Lucky Isle going to spawn next? Near the top of the castle. Okay, we can handle that. Just have to hustle. Where is it, pray tell? Oh, there it is. Climb, 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 climb. Gotta beat the beam. There we go. Can we make this? We can! Thank you, Catsuit. And we get another star for our trouble. That one was a little tricky since Lucky Isle didn't directly moor with the castle, but we'll take it. And I assume after all this we're going to have to beat Bowser once more to get some kind of completion bonus, yeah? Which shouldn't be too hard. Never exactly has been. But there we go. 10 more. 10 more stars on our list. Finding that kitten is going to be the hardest bit of all this. Hey, Pooey, thank you so much for the stream, man. Hope you're doing well. I say as I turn around and see the kitten immediately. Okay. Now, how in the hell do we get this one back home? Oh! We ride the ice floes. Of course. Sorry, Pooey, I know I've been really, really busy over the past few days, and there's a side project I want to get out, like, on stream as soon as humanly possible. And I've been really stressed out, like, obscenely stressed, and I find that streaming, for whatever reason, just really soothes my nerves. I do apologize for not being able to make it, though. Hope you guys have a great time, though. The ice flow should appear over here, I think. Yes. Or not. But we made it. Ay. Oof. And this will deposit us not too far from the tower. I know, Pooey. I appreciate you, man. Hope you guys are having a good one. Oh, looks like the rabbit might also have something for us. Yes, it does. A lot of these post-game stars are Plessy exclusive, which is kind of interesting. I guess maybe they wanted you to get some use out of her with her new terrifying look. That's all I can think of. Not exactly the most action-packed retrieval mission in Mario franchise history, is it? How can you imagine choking and messing this up at the last minute? Oh, that'd be brutal. Okay, I think we're, for the most part, good now. Just gotta be careful around the rammer heads and we'll be good. Who says we're watching Potato fail in games? Oh yeah, he's streaming the Final Fantasy VII remake to you guys, right? It's really good from what I've heard. I hope to stream it myself, largely blind at some point in the future. Looks amazing. Of course, everything Square Enix makes is visually, just generally aesthetically, amazing, like by default, but still. Okay, now all we gotta do is get this little sucker back across the platforms easily. Easily. Hey, there we go. Oh god, I hate to think of what the kitten retrieval mission will be like in the Wastelands. There we go. Fui says, yeah, in the meantime I'm playing Hacknet as well. Really? Is that any good? I've got a copy that I picked up for like less than $1 during a Steam sale, but I've never taken the time to sit down and play it. Looks very interesting though. Okay, now we'll go grab the star from Plessy. Or no, with Plessy, I should say, because we're getting it from the rabbit right over here, and of course that was invisible. Alright. Catching these little suckers out on the open water is never too tough. Oh, going back through the tunnel, hey? It's alright, let's just stick to the inside and try to head it off. There we go! Who says, if you're a coding or IT guy, you'll probably like it. Well, I can try to learn my way around it then, even though I am decidedly not. Let's see. A couple of these are up near Mount Magmeow. Roiling Roller Isle has one, probably one of the Toad Brigade members. Oh, and we get this wonderful Wasteland OST again. Oh, dig that. Oh wait, no, it's not. That's a Plessy medal. My bad. Let's just avoid the tar. That's the only thing that can kill our momentum here. Okay, this one has us on land for a long time. No, no, don't. How many are you missing now? 5, probably? First was 3. Yep. Well, we'll keep our eyes peeled. Alright, Plessy, let's do this. Oh god, Bowser's coming again, too. No, no, no. Did we get it in time? Maybe not. Okay, real quickly, Lucky Isle is back. Back at the tower. Hui says learning curve difficulty is like less than 5% of Neo's curve to fight Onryoki. Okay, I'm good then. I got you. Oh, Onryoki was such a terribly, not designed, but terribly placed boss. Like, the next 3 or 4 bosses had about right around at or less than half of his health, and I have no idea why they wanted you to fight, of all enemies, that one virtually unupgraded. It's bizarre design, really. Well, no, though to be fair, he did survive from, like, an earlier build of the game, like the alpha and beta builds, which were considerably more difficult, and so probably just wasn't properly optimized. Let me see. Hold on, where is this damn thing? Oh, no, no, it's at the end of the pier. No! Ah, shoot. Okay, that's fine. We will go back to that medal. Who says, yeah, it made no sense how difficult it was. It's all the resilience, man. I mean, yes, it hits really hard, but it also has more health than... I don't want to say a majority of the bosses in the game, but like a great deal of them, even up to mid-game. It's crazy. So we've got 5 kittens to be on the prowl for. Just keep our eyes peeled. That's going to be the hardest star among those left to gather. Just because I'm kind of crap at searching for the kittens. There we go. Plessy Metal Master. Very nice. What else is left for us? Something at one of these isolated islands up here. Is it another rabbit? Oh no, it's going to be a little obstacle course. Nice, I like these quite a lot. Oh no, I spoke too soon. It's a combat challenge. So, just for this, why don't we use these barriers to our advantage? Oh, poor Spike tried so hard. Hey, wait a minute, Moneybags, I see you. Not like the coins are going to help us get much more but spare power-ups, but we'll take it. Never know when you might need another. Bowser's final stage required us to, well, given my surprisingly low level of skill at that second phase, required us to take a few hits, so having, at the very least, like, super mushrooms in the back pocket is helpful. Okay, where to next? Lucky Isle's gonna spawn there. I guess we could start collecting kittens. Or no, wait. There's this one, outlying star over here. Mount Magmeow's probably playing host to another member of the Toad Brigade right now. Who is it? Who's left? We've saved Captain Toad, we saved Oligold, so I guess it could be Buckenberry, Darlington, or Lil Jon? Oh, there might be a couple members missing then. Never mind. I can count, no worries. Who says, I feel like I'm at the end of Hacknet already, to be honest. Yeah, given its price point and, like, the scale of the project itself, it seems like it's a shorter game, but, like, a high-quality one. That's the impression I get. Hold on a minute, what was this? That was a single cloud platform. Huh. Are we just gonna cheese our way over here? I think we are. Not at all the way we're intended to do this, but since when have you known me to do anything the proper way? Apui says, I started a save game this morning. Okay. Yeah, that is very short then, even if you've been playing it non-stop. I had to take some pain, but we got our star. Hey, Zach, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, we are cleaning up Bowser's Fury before starting on a secret project that I'm really, really excited to share with all of you. Which might take a little bit of fine-tuning the audio and other settings of my Streamlabs because I'm going to have to go back to the PC. God help us all. Oh, here's kitten number 1. Gotta gather 5 of these suckers this time. And I would imagine one of them might be hidden amongst the massive selection of vividly colored kittens atop the wasteland. Zach says, in before Half-Life Alex. Oh, no. I've never played a Half-Life game, actually. Heard lots of good things, never played one myself. Yep, there you go. It's totally VR. Oh, no, I've never played VR, actually. Always wanted to give it a try, but so many of the projects developed exclusively for VR platforms feel... And this is not an original thought, mind you, I don't have many of those, but they do feel like tech demos in their size and scope, to me. Like, if we were able to receive something roughly the size and quality of a, you know, proper, more traditional game that incorporates VR mechanics, or at the very least, uses VR for some of its aesthetics, I would be quite happy. But we're not there yet, I don't think. Though, I do know a great number of people who have VR headsets, and are extremely pleased with them. Okay, we've really got to get to the top of this tower ASAP. Probably don't have enough time. Gotta be a faster way to get over here. Ah, got it! Perfect! Zach says, honestly, you're not wrong, re-VR. Between the price point and software that's more proof of concept than commercial gaming experience, it's kind of niche. Or so I hear. There's no way I can afford a VR system right now. I mean, same. Like, if I'm going to blow a bunch of money on something for this hobby anytime soon, it's going to be a PS5. If and when those are ever available to the general public properly. Because... And this is something that I think a lot of the... like, tech forecasters don't really get about, like, gaming as something that's a hobby, that's meant to be recreational. Nintendo took ages to figure this out with their motion controls. Cutting edge or innovation is not always concomitant with an increase in, like, objective quality. Oftentimes, experimenting means sacrificing some of the quality of tried-and-true game design that you had been able to bring people for a long, long time, at least in the short term. Oh no, no, we can't take Kitty with us through the pipe. Oh, we've got to walk atop the pipe. Crap, crap, crap. Let's just carefully sneak our way up. There we go. Well, this will be kitten number 3, so maybe gathering these won't be too tough. Watch one of them be atop Mount Magmeow. No, 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 Kitty, come back. Didn't mean to throw you. Zach says, absolutely. Plus, it isn't hardware that sells consoles, it's software. Sick-ass tech is only as good as the games it can play. Absolutely. And oftentimes, the introduction of said sick-ass tech makes things like cross-platform development extremely difficult. See, the Nintendo Wii or the PlayStation 3, at least in its early years, for good case studies of this. So if you want people to bring over... Oh, there's another kitten. these are nowhere near as difficult to find as the Ruins kitties, which is a good thing. If people aren't able to easily convert tech dedicated to a specific platform, I should say, to another, odds are they're not going to go out of their way to sell it on your platform as well. This is why the Wii was prone to so much shovelware. It couldn't run a lot of big-budget double or AAA games released during its lifespan at all, really, without significant downgrades being made to ported versions. And the PS3 had just the opposite problem. It ran extremely advanced tech to compute required processes for most of its games, which meant that you had to design for the PS3, at least early on, exclusively if you wanted to release a game on that console. Zach says, even near the end of its life, the PS3 had issues with console parity. Look at the Skyrim port as a good example of this. No, you're absolutely right. It was rare for a PS3 port to run seamlessly. Lots of them had serious problems. But those games that did make it over relatively intact, I will say, looked and felt fantastic. It was always an outside chance that you would get one of those, but still, oh shit, Lucky Isle, where's it gonna be? It's gonna be here, at Roiling Roller Isle. Let's go, Junior! Where's it gonna be? No! Ah! Yeah, that's right, Zach. The PS3's architecture was a nightmare, despite the fact that it was a really good console. In fact, the way I've heard people describe it is that it was too advanced for its time. Okay. So next time, just as soon as it starts raining, we've got to jet over here and climb to the very top of the lighthouse. Then we can probably glide down to Lucky Isle again. In the meantime, let's go gather more kitties. And maybe take on whatever that is. I know that there's going to be a kitten near Mount Magmeow, or on it, because every other isle in this chain has had one. Roiling Roller Isle not included, as it is really far removed from the rest of the wasteland. Alright, let's keep our eyes peeled. Where could it be? Oh, there. That's easy enough. Figured it would be nearer the entrance of the stage, seeing as, can we get rid of this? Seeing as it, was near the entrances of the other stages where we found the other kittens. Oh, really now? I guess we're just gonna have to take a hit. Fair enough. And then we'll rescue a member of the Toad Brigade. Can we just ride this on up? Yes, we can! Lovely! It's amazing what clearing all the tar around the mountain did for us. Because there was so much of it. Oh, Christ, here we go again. He spawned really quickly this time. Well, let's get this back to Mama Cat quickly, or as quick as we can. Okay, now before you go all demonic on me, just give me a star. Thank you. Oh, God. Well, that took care of him for the time being, so now we can go grab these other 2. Or at least make progress towards them. This one appears to be near the back of Mount Magmeow, or perhaps atop one of its ears. I'm uncertain, but it's going to be later in the stage, no doubt about that. Let's just speed run this. Again, so thrilled to share that new project with you. It's gotten decent reviews, but it seems to be the kind of thing that is specifically up my alley. If you're familiar with the last indie game I absolutely fell in love with, then you probably know where this is going. Zach says the animations on those cats are so friggin' cute. Gotta love that Nintendo polish. Yeah, even when they aren't at their most creatively daring, which, I mean, this expansion is significantly more creative than the base game was, so kudos there. They do have a very high level of technical competence. Always. Always have had. They've also benefited, generally, to the best of my knowledge, from, as far as the industry goes, extraordinarily strong and relatively extraordinarily moral leadership. The CEO who saw them through most of their experiments with video games, starting in the, I want to say the 70s or 80s, was not himself a major fan of games. He never played them. He was born in the Greater Japanese Empire, so he was an elderly gentleman when they undertook that endeavor. But he worked assiduously to understand everything surrounding, like, the science, theory, and philosophy of leisure, and specifically of play, and try to get his employees to integrate it into their design, what they were doing. And of course, the leadership of the late, great Mr. Satoru Iwata is legendary. Again, for both being extremely competent and being extremely decent from a human perspective. Oh, there we go. It's Buckenberry. Of course it is. Hi. There we go. Now we just need to gather, I think, Lil Jon, who should be hanging out probably up here. Alright, Plessy, take us out of here. Zach says, on the whole, Nintendo treats their staff pretty well, even if they treat other companies less than well. Yeah, and, like, indie developers. No, Nintendo, I think, even though they've not done fantastic things with a lot of fan projects or interactions, are still among the quote-unquote best game developers, and easily probably the best publisher, maybe next to Devolver insofar as, like, the ethics of their practices currently in the game. Oh, no, we already got Lil Jon, my bad. We needed to rescue Darlington, which we did. So give us that star. There we go. Now, we can head back to Roiling Roller Isle and make our way to the top of the lighthouse. Because we've got time, imagine that. Although being in grad school, I kind of physically can't right now. Oh, yeah, Zach, thank you for reminding me. He says, Supergiant Games, I'd argue, has them beat. They have mandatory time off and are actively fighting a culture of crunch and abuse. I did not know that, but that is amazing, and I've heard, again, fantastic things about their games. Pretty sure I played a couple of them myself. Wait, no, hell yeah, of course I have. Sorry. I actively forgot who they were. Pyre is actually one of my favorite games of the past console generation, in every single element of its design. It's amazing, it's beautiful. Really talented group. I want to play Hades on stream sometime soon. And I've watched a couple of the no-clip documentaries based around the development of, I think it was Hades. And everyone who works there seems so kind and sincere. Really passionate, good folks. which is so refreshing to see, yeah? Their art department are certifiable badasses, turning out some of the most beautiful visuals I've seen in ages. Okay. And here we go. Showtime. Where will Lucky Isle land? Oh, really? Give us your worst Bowser, we can take it. We will fly down there. Or not. But actually, it's not that far from the base. We actually passed by it during that attempt where we died. I was in such a panic. Dang it. It's alright. Here we go, the last star in the game. Brilliant. Zach says, Hades looks so beautiful and so fun. I'm a sucker for Greek mythology, but I still haven't gotten around to buying it yet. Oh, yes, I'm also a really, really ardent fan of world mythology and theology. There we go, we've collected all of the cat stars. So now we can get, like, a true ending if we batter Bowser down. Yeah, thank you, Zach, I appreciate that. For that very reason, I am eagerly looking forward to the phenomenal-looking indie project Black Myth Wukong. The vaguely Souls-like game based on China's famous Journey to the West, I believe it is. Made by an up-and-coming indie dev that looks amazing. Alright, now all we have to do is complete the final fight once more, for something. If it's Mario, it's possibly just like an additional piece of artwork or something like that. But hey, any completion bonus is a good completion bonus. Let's do this. And then we will take like probably a brief 5-minute break while I reconfigure my Streamlabs, and we'll dive into our bonus project, which I'm really excited for. Wait a minute, does Bowser have a slightly different design this time? He does. His spikes are more pronounced, and he's, got a shock of white hair instead of the usual, like, radiant orange. Well, we know how to deal with this. Ooh, he's got a lot of health this time, though. This is the final battle, the true final battle, and it's mostly the same exact thing with more health. As you'd expect, but I do like that they gave him a new design, or a palette, at least. Zach says, get hype, indeed, indeed. And oddly enough, these stages of the fight become easier and easier every single time, as we will spawn more Gigabells, which we can use to just instantly gain our Kaiju form back, should we happen to lose it. Alright, he's going to give us some more ammo, very good. Oh hey, it's those soccer bombs again. Okay, his attacks. Oh, yikes. Zach says he has realized the legend. He has become a Super Bowser. He has, poor guy. And now we've just got to ruin it for him. Oh wait, do we not have to do the second phase of the fight then? If I'm correct, there was a cutscene when we got him down to half health the first time that would kind of transition into the less than impressive Plessy-based phase of the fight. If it's just this, with a larger health bar and increased difficulty, I am totally there. Good, good. It's those shockwaves we have to watch out for here. Zach says, soccer bombs for soccer moms. I know. I love the soccer bombs. They seem kind of out of place here, given that they were an integral mechanic in Bowser's pimp car fights in the main game, but glad to see them reusing assets in a clever way, I suppose. It's kind of an interesting place to get caught. Probably one or two more hits should do this. Whoa! Fortunately, we've just the thing to make this easier. Well, we did, anyway. Come on now, man. Stop running, we've got this. We can deal, like, chip damage by just swiping at him with our claws, which, given the situation, is probably the best we could do. Zach says, I wonder if there's a second phase to this boss fight. If it is... Oh, he's going all out now. It may just be a second iteration of the Plessy phase from the what we thought was the final boss, which I'm not all about, but hey... Shall it be? This is all new, so everything's transpiring as it did in the original fight, except we're missing the 50% health cutscene. Yep, we're gonna have to do much the same thing. Well, that's alright. Some of his attacks are just a little tricky to dodge with this, but we should be fine. We've got more than enough power-ups to give us a little bit of armor. Okay, let's do this. I would imagine this is also going to be a little tougher / longer. Like so. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the radius of each of those beams is considerably larger. Oh, okay, good thing I've got all the power-ups in the world. I have no qualms whatsoever about cheesing this. Okay, there we go. Also seems to just be best to let him fire those beams off at range. I say as I fail to do the thing. Here we go. Now I think the first time around we need to do this exactly 5 times. Ah, you're right, Zach. I will nip this in the bud. Catnip. There we go. Better. Yes. Oh, dear. Oh, we can dive under them as well. Can't believe I didn't think of that, but jumping just seems so much more natural in a Mario game, you know? Nice, nice. I love that that gout of fireballs wasn't even intended to be an actual attack. It was just an awesome visual effect for us to travel through. Ah. This stage of the, or this version of the fight is a bit more difficult, no lie. I think the trickiness here comes from the fact that we don't really have much in the way of agency. We're just dodging attacks with some of the game's slipperier controls associated with Plessy for a very, very long time. And by attacks, I mean like the same 3 attacks. First phase of the fight, I think, is great. This one, it's a little lackluster. But it is visually appealing the first time around, at least, so that's something. Okay. That's okay, we can take it, we can take it. Come on now. One more ought to do it, if he's got as much health as he did in the first type. Zach says, can confirm this looks hype as hell. It does, it does. Nintendo's gotten a lot better at making their Bowser boss fights lately, at the very least. The fights in Mario Odyssey were really good. After Galaxy 2 having some very, very weak fights. Or I should say one very, very weak fight you had to do twice. Or 3 times, maybe? 3 times. And there we go, once again. Same basic idea for the ending, I think. I really hope we get another open-world Odyssey-style Mario, or 3D Mario title announced in the next year or so. It's about time, unless they count this as such. Which would be a shame. Majestic, Zach says. It is, it is. And now I think we should be able to see whatever Junior had painted at the end of the original playthrough that was like all tarred over. Just letting this play through because it's it is a complete playthrough. They might change little things. In the meantime, I guess I can go ahead and give my thoughts about the game as a whole, like the entire package we've got here. Bowser's Fury is fun. It's a lot of fun, somewhat simple in its construction, but given its somewhat brief length and limited scope, that's not inherently a bad thing, even though, you know me, I like my stuff a little more complex. It's good stuff. 5 missions or base missions per island seems perfect, insofar as the actual size and complexity of each of the major islands. A lot of the objectives were recycled between locations, like, you know, beat down Cosmic Luigi or Tar Luigi, collect blue coins in time, make it through an obstacle course in time, and so on. But there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It did feel nice to complete some of the same objectives under more rigorous conditions as I went deeper into the game and improved my skill. And the overall aesthetic of the game is absolutely charming. The soundtrack is phenomenal. One of the best I've heard from Nintendo in some time, which is quite a feat. And easily on par with the base game's exceptional and eclectic soundtrack. Bowser Jr. being a second playable character is really something of a misadvertisement. He can function essentially like the co-op Luma cursor from Mario Galaxy 2, if any of you are familiar with that. Basically just used as a pointer to interact with certain elements of the environment. I mean, I guess it's nice to see him in some kind of playable capacity in a main game, but I didn't really want it like this. Aside from the mini-bosses making a reappearance from the first game, or the base game, Bowser was the only boss fight we got here. You know how much I love my bosses, which normally would feel a little underdone, but admittedly, the Giga Bowser boss fights were really good. Again, that second phase of the final boss fight feels a little superfluous, but looks lovely. I have a very high opinion of this game, all told. It's the kind of thing that... Oh, right, sorry, one more thing I figured I need to mention, because every single review on the internet does. Yes, it is very cool that Giga Bowser is on a timer and will activate changing the world state, sealing off some objectives, and opening up others at set intervals. That's really neat. And it adds a sense of urgency to a Mario game that's seldom there when you're not explicitly on the clock for a certain mission. Oh, that's very cute. It's everyone is cats, which is horrible. It's a great game for what it is. Does it merit purchasing of, like, this remake if you already own a copy of 3D World? No. There's just simply not enough here. However, again, what we have is of fairly high quality, and visually, and orally, it's all amazing. The one thing I would say is, or sorry, the one caveat to that is, apparently certain changes were made to the way the base 3D World game works. Apparently, run speed has been increased, everything moves a little faster, I think some characters may move more differently aside, and if you would like to play the game with those changes implemented, and would like something fun on the side, then yes, picking this up, maybe not for the full $60 or equivalent price, but once it's on sale, would be advisable. I quite liked this, quite enjoyed our romp through 3D World, even though it represents an era in Nintendo's history that I'm not terribly fond of from a critical standpoint. I would say this is a very redoubtable, well-made game. Excellent stuff. Now, ladies and gents, since that's done, we can finally get on to the special project. Give me just 1 minute. I'm going to cut the stream here so I can rebalance my Streamlabs audio, because it's going to be all out of whack for this next game. I'm going to be playing on PC for the second time ever on channel, and going to dive into a wonderful, exciting new game with you guys. I can't wait. Be right back.